Good morning, good morning. Good morning. How we doing? Good morning, Brian. How are you? Good morning. I'm trying to pronounce your name. Piswan? Is that correct? Good morning to you. I hope I didn't butcher your name. All right, guys. So let's get this party started. It is 8:17, and we need to get going here on our morning analysis. So bear with me 1 second. There we go. Good morning, Sheila. How are you? Hey, Polly. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. All right, guys. So let's get going here. We feel good. Let's make this day a great day. And here comes the analysis. We're gonna go into initially ES, right? So a bit of a bounce, a continuation of yesterday's price action. We're pushing away from Globax, a little bit better price action than NQ, to be honest with you. So we're getting this weird disconnect between the two instruments or between the indices. Some of these indices are uh, showing strength versus others that showing a bit of weakness. So we're looking at 38.5150 is your Globax, and we're looking for, as long as we stabilize above that price, we should see a bit of a move to 38.73 and a retest of the channel. If you compare NQ to ES, you see that we are on channel number 2 in NQ versus we're lagging way behind on ES. So that's important to ascertain. Now you see 1, 2, 3 where we hit target number 2 to that tick, and price action bounces right back up. That is important for us to see. That tells us that the price structure is stable, and the longs are catching a bid, and we concluded this transitional zone and we're trading right above it. Last time that happened, the market shot up into the establishment of channel number 2. So that's what you got going on. The overall channels that we're seeing are short channels anyway. So you have the overall direction is short, but you're getting a pocket of buy interest that can push the price higher. Okay, that's the big picture. Now let's take a look at the next one, and that is YM. Same thing, a little bit of strength toward Globex, to away from Globex and toward the middle of the range. Let's call it 31 thousand for Globex, and you're seeing a potential push to 31,519, and ultimately a retest of 845, 845. That is an area that needs to be retested. NQ, here we go. NQ, short term, we're breaking above that channel, and there's a chance that we will see a push toward 12,048 and then 226. Then after that is 364. The key to it is holding above Globex. We haven't really moved that much above Globex during the night session, and we will be oscillating in and around it. And I'll show you here in a minute, what I'm talking about. But Globex is 11,901 and a quarter. So if you want to see what Globex looks like, right here, and it's 901 and a quarter. So we are in the kill zone of Globex, and we've seen how the price acts when we are in Globex, right? We saw a lot of that happening yesterday, where the market really will get above it and fade, gets below the zone and fade back up. And then eventually it took a direction. So we're going to be patient and waiting during the first 15 minutes and look for a trade that makes sense after we start to push outside that zone. All right. Before we go deep into NQ analysis, let's look at crude oil. Crude oil. So we hit that whole number 100, bounce right back off of it. It's going to take a lot of work for us to really, retrace a lot of this big move that happened. So a key to it will be a price above 105. If we break 105, then yes, we could retest the 108. And here is the new transitional zone short that the market can sit, and we can retest that area for lower prices. But the market is putting a bit of a stability pattern. I mean, how where would we see a price structure that looks like this? It's look at that day on March the 9th, and look at the follow-up day. See that rally? What happened afterwards? Sell off, sell off. So this could be a mimic of that behavior that we saw. And another time, when you always look at bigger moves, and bigger than this one that we see, because this move that happened a few days ago is literally about bigger than that move that we saw on 5/9. So you're looking for bigger moves, and you see how the market will bounce back, and boom, and it sells off. Then it finds a stable area for it to consolidate. Good morning, GM. How are you? Harmony Trader. Yeah, here we go. That's me. Good morning, Omer. How are you? So let's move on from that into gold. And gold has been in the news, and finally we ended up breaking this pattern into lower prices, into target number 3, and into uh, uh, advanced target beyond target number 3, which is the 51.9 and 728. Okay, so that channel is continuing. We don't see any stability. What we're seeing right here is an inside day. You have to have a lot of reversal patterns in order for us to really even be interested in the long. Any rally back up is shortable into lower prices. Ultimately, target number 4 is 82.6. Target number 5 is 60.14, 60.8, which is really aggressive stuff here. But that's the structure, and we talked about that extensively in the past few weeks. And the idea here is, listen, This transitional zone is holding up. Every time we come into it, it holds up. So we need to just simply look at a shorting opportunity in this structure within channel number two, and channel number two held, the transitional zone held, and boom, target two, target three, and lower prices. All right, so now when we are looking at NQ, what do we see here? Look at this beauty. All right, so all this noise, and here we get more noise because we're in the kill zone of the Globex session. So, but you have a 200 NT Rinko that is long, and we have a cloud that is long. We're hitting target number two and pausing. And if we look at the 100 NT Rinko, we see that the market is also long, and as long as we continue to break above and trade above that Globex price, which is 11,901 and a quarter, we need to continue to look for the market at the open as a buying opportunity. Okay, if we break that, then we're out of sync, and if we're out of sync, we're just waiting for the market to get back in sync, right? ES at the open here, we have a channel number two, and the market is holding up against that 38.63. So there is a good probability of a rally here right after open. Adnan, good morning, good morning. Good morning, GM. How are you? Where you been? Happy holidays, by the way. Oof. What is that? That's ES. Kind of came back in. So we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes. All right, guys. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and let's get it done. 76, 901. So the market right here is just kind of oscillating between those two. The first 15, 20 minutes, we are going to be patient. We are going to be disciplined and watch the market, and we will get it done. Good morning, Ron. How are you? All right, so watch out for this zone right here. This is an area where the market kind of got faded yesterday. So here you go. A little bit of fading going on. All right, so this is for today. There's no trades for me, so we're all starting off from that point of no trades. At least I am. So they're fading. Look at that, how precise that is. Keep fading against that zone. They came into it and faded. They came up to it and faded. So they keep doing this. Hey Ron, do you hear me? I just want to check that you're getting the audio. Good morning, Gary. Well, that shot up. All right, at least we are out of that, transitional. We're out of that Globex zone finally. Let's see how we handle the retest of it. At 12,000, here we go. So the 200 and the 100 were in sync in and around that 941, and 60 points later, we're still moving. So we need to look for a new zone here, new transitional zone. Yeah, we're trading in and around a whole number. Let's see. Target number 3 is '08. New transitional zone right here. But you could tell that the market is a little bit top heavy. So we're expecting a bit of consolidation here. So let's wait and see. It's too early in the day. It's not even 10 minutes into the cash market open. Yeah, a lot of distribution going on right here. You could see the market is just getting tired. Oof. Still solid. I mean, just basically consolidation and type consolidation. That's what we are seeing. Good morning, Chief. How are you? No trades so far. We're just monitoring and watching the market. We saw a significant behavior, which is pushing away from Globex kill zone. Target number 3 is hit. Target number 4 in the sequence is 76. Guess what? Target number 5 is 121. Target number 6, because we got that now, is 188. That's if they really get excited. A new transitional zone, and they retested it back to target number 3, and now we're pushing higher. All right, 844. We're keeping we keep pushing higher and higher. Come on, baby, let's go. So we're seeing a little bit of a fade here going on, a little bit of a pause. Overall structure is short, is long, and also we are in sync. And these pullbacks are buyable. We're establishing new transitional zones for higher prices. So the direction is long. We need to stay in that direction. Hmm. All right, all right, all right. What are they doing? They put a captain set up short right here and ran it up and then faded it into a lower price. So what we're seeing here is a tight consolidation. 200 and 100 are in sync still on the long side, so we don't have any reason to kind of go short. We're monitoring the market. We're looking for new transitional zones to build up. We're kind of extended on in this price action, but the overall flow of trading is on the long side. Here you go, another transitional zone right here. I mean, that could be a good area for a scalp higher. That said, boom, here we go. That was a pretty one. I wanna wait till 9 o'clock and start trading in and around that time. So as far as news coming up right now, FOMC member Bullard and Waller, excuse me, speaking at 12 o'clock. Look at that move, and unemployment claims came in earlier. So really, beyond that, two things, nothing else is going on. Look at that. Yeah, that was a nice move right here. Target number four is 76, right? 76. Then target number five, 121. Target number six, 188. And here we go. If you want to see all of that, these are the targets that we are looking for uh, in the sequence. So what happened is we cleared this kill zone, blowback skill zone. So we're seeing momentum stepping in due to that. Captain set up short right here. I mean, they put a captain setup switch trade right here. God dang it. Yes. Patience, patience. Yeah, so that's gonna be a very topping behavior right there. Captain setup switch trade. It couldn't have happened any better. I'm still patient, still watching. Man, that was a solid one. Solid, solid, solid. So now what we have is the market is disconnecting between the 200 and the 100. So for the longs, we need to see a couple of things. One of them is a run up back up to 40. The second scenario is a run down to the 70s, and then one candle reversal on the 100 NT wrinkle. Third scenario is a breakdown all the way to 52, and 52 will get us back into Globex skill zone. And that is an area where we need to watch how they test that bottom end of it. I mean, the odds are they're gonna, rally it back up a little bit, but that would be a reason for us to start getting short or fade with the, low size. Good morning, Yanis. How are you? And now ES. What are we seeing in ES? Look, Captain set up short right here. 38.87 and a half. Market pushes lower. It's 9 o'clock. We're gonna get busy here. So you could tell the longs are trying to protect the price action here. So we want to see what 1218.6 has, or there's no six, 1875. What they're gonna do with it. Like right here, yeah, I rather just wait. I rather just wait. I'm not gonna take any marginal trades in this environment. I will either the market is in sync on the upside or in sync on the downside, and I will take trades that are in sync in either direction. But right now the market is not in sync. So I mean, if this candle closes lower, we can get a push lower to target number one into the whole number, and we could start migrating lower if that price structure here holds up. But that would be a marginal trade because the market is not in sync on the short side. So I'd rather just simply wait for better environment, and patience is a trade. So yeah, okay, well, that's good. So see, they faded right here, and the market just pushed. They're trying to protect it. All right. So you go back up to 38, then the market is going to be back in sync. So we could start looking at long signals. All right, we took we took that trade as just a scalp in this area right here. The market is in sync, and looked at the bottom end of that range, and I took a scalp. So on two contracts, just to kind of get our sea legs under us here for the day. Potential captain set up long on the 25 and the 30 right here, and that's gonna do a push. Yeah, they're gonna push up here a little bit. Here it comes. Yeah, we should see a push up to 35 right now. Here you go. Target number one is hit. Target number two is 57. And that'll be a breakout. So that's that trade that we just took right now. So we're up 230 on that one and moving on to the next decision. Yeah, we're seeing solid bullish behavior here. All right, so we got the market kind of run up that sequence, ended it right here, and now we're starting a sequence short. When I say short, I mean just a transitional zone that is down, right? And the 200 and the 100 are out of sync. So what does that mean? That means in order for the longs to take control, we have to go back up to that 50 again and break it. And I feel like the market right here is setting itself up for at least one to two candle lower, which means that we should be seeing, 85 to 70 zone. As long, well, I mean, if I say 70, then I'm saying that the market should conclude this 200 NT wrinkle lower, which sets up a fade for even lower prices. So it's really critical for the longs to hold the line here. So I'm not going to get ahead of it. I'm going to just watch. And a couple of things got to happen here for me. One, either the 50 comes in or we drop to the whole number and reverse, or the market comes into 77. And if it does any of those things, then that's actionable for me. Anything less than that is not actionable. I mean, there is, if I ignore all what I just said, I could literally just trade off the 20 NT Rinko chart, right? But I'm looking for the highest probability event. So that puts me in a position where I have to wait. So how is GM doing? How is Chief doing? How is Adnan doing? Are we doing good over there? Paulie, how is Paulie doing over there at Trade Arcade? If you haven't checked Trade Arcade, take a look. We're streaming there right now. Adam, how are you, buddy? Brian, how are we doing? I sent you a email yesterday. Hope you saw it. Gary, okay, you'll make it back up. You're good. You're good like that. Yanis, how are we doing? John, good morning, John. Good morning, Ron. How's Omer doing? So far we just put on one decision for a profit, and we are just looking for the next rotation to get involved into. Nothing big. Here we go, another captain setup. So the expectation is to see price push toward 12,000 right now. Huh. It's interesting. All right, good deal. Good deal. Good deal, Yanis. That's all right. I understood what you're saying. You're not screaming. I know you're not. So good job, buddy. Just keep it up. And I tell you, it's interesting how this price is moving. So that captain setup is failing. into a switch trade, and I'm just going to leave all of this stuff alone. Yeah. So I need the environment, and the environment is not there. I need the behavior, and the behavior is not there for either long or short. And I need the signal, and the signal is not there for either long or short. So that has to put me in a wait and see, environment. Now, if I look at ES is in consolidation around this range between 76 and 84. Not much is going on there. We know our levels. We know what the market needs to do before I jump back into action. All right, let's take a quick look at gold. Gold is just basically expanding on its early inside day, not by much, but there's a bit of stability here. They're trying to find a bid for it, and they're struggling while they're trying to do that here. Take a look at crude. Oh, yeah, that's a bounce, a little bit of a bounce. And we talked about us getting up to that 18 for a retest of this short channel that we are in. So we're at 13.4. We're coming into this zone right here. So we're seeing a bit of a bid, but ultimately, this is a market that stair steps, and we are in the stair step down. As long as we continue to hold on and not break above 108. Yeah, I mean, we're up there and we're just consolidating. Market's out of sync, Adam. So there's nothing for me to do, just but watch. And we'll see what happened here. Patience is a trade, right? So we're getting multiple attempts at these levels, and the market just getting faded. So that has to give us a bit of a pause on the idea that momentum is still intact here, because it just seems like it just keeps getting faded. So this is a consolidation, and there's a fading behavior. Ultimately, again, you break the 50, we talk. You don't break it, then a new reality in the market may be presenting itself. You break the 50, you pull back. Yeah, I'll look into a potential buy. So again, so far we're up on one trade, basically. That's it. 2 contracts for 230. Captain set up short on ES. So they put that one right here, and they had follow-up candles. Look how they behaved right here. So lower high. So as long as that 88 holds up, we may see a push toward the 80. Uh, you tried holding? That's a good one. It's really noisy market. It's not really directional here by any stretch, but there is opportunities for sure, as long as you recognize which environment we are in, right? But that's a expecting to break out. I mean, yeah, I think you and me and everybody else. But every time we get up there, they pause it, reverse it. I mean, ES is weaker, that's for sure. I mean, they put a captain setup switch trade right here, pushed it to 82, close to that 80 level. Yeah, sorry to hear that, GM. I just saw that message, the text that you had. Yeah, that's send. We're sending prayers your way. Here comes a breakout. I mean, they put a captain setup, trapped everybody, and boom. Here we go. Market back in sync. Looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. They grinded it lower here to the 80, almost to the 80, 81 and a quarter from that captain setup and that captain setup switch trade. Uh, Good morning, Safe. How are you? Green, red, every candle. Yeah, I mean it's just choppy market. Uh, Patiently waiting is a trade. It's just simple as that. If things do not make sense to you, just wait. Wait and watch and learn from price action, and that is a trade on its own. Adnan, you're saying you don't have any trades? Come on, baby. Let's see if I can get in. Come on, baby. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's another good one. Oh, here we go. Yep. So you got a captain set up on the 25 NT wrinkle. I mean, that's what it was. So we made 300 bucks on that trade. So we're up to $530. And these are two decisions we made. Let's keep on working. So let's keep working. Um, You said you missed it. Let me just kind of explain something. Uh, YouTube, unfortunately, has almost like a 20-second delay. So what you're seeing in front of you is 20-second delay to what is actually happening. So it would not be advisable for you to kind of try to, well, follow the concepts and the ideas and my analysis of the overall direction and the commentary. But when it comes to actually seeing the ins and outs and getting in, you really have to kind of learn it so you could be effective on your own, because everything that you're seeing in front of you is literally 20 seconds delay, which for all practical reasons could be days ahead, because in the futures market 20 seconds is a lifetime. So just be conscious of that. I mean, that's why we have a private trading room, and that's why we do training and all that good stuff. So you know how to do this on your own. Okay, well, good, good, good. Just I want to make people aware of the good part about YouTube and some of the drawback of streaming on YouTube. Things are a little bit delayed. Yeah, that's not a bad spot, GM. I'm not. It's not a bad spot. Yeah, for me to go short, I need a one candle reversal, at least intraday. Maybe on a swing trade basis, it's a different story. But even on a swing trade basis, you're kind of looking at a target up in target number three. Target number three. Why is this not showing up here? 120.75 is target number three. So if you do a measured move, so at a minimum, you probably want to look at the 105. Yeah, the 105 103. Then you have the 12,200. Somewhere around this area, we need to see this one candle reversal behavior. Then we may get something that looks like this, where the market just shoots up. But that's what a short would look like, and we're not there yet. Because I mean, once the market does this little number, then you got incredible potential for downward movements. We're not there yet. Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. Yeah. Delay is not always bad. Well, you always want to get in when you need to get in, period. If you have a premium entry, then you delay your entry on your premium entry due to the fact that you know looking for a better price, then you add variance to your trading. So I better rather be exactly where I need to be every single time, and without having to look for a better price. But just different way of thinking about things. But I get your point, though. I do get your point. You should ask Gary, because Gary's saying, I wait for you to enter, then I get better prices. So he's, yeah, you need to talk to him. He'll, oh, okay, gotcha, gotcha, GM. Any option plays that you got going on right now? So what's the personality that we're seeing as far as price speed? Price speed is slow. As far as the behavior of price, it is a stair step upward with pullbacks not being sustainable, meaning that you're getting a one candle pullback on the 100 NT Renko, then it gets reversed. That tells you that the market is strong, right? And so what do you make out of this kind of environment? This environment is just simply a directional, slow grinding, and you just have to kind of treat it that way. So you could build a position in an environment like that, because I mean the price is not too erratic. I'm not looking for bigger moves, because I mean the premium entry to this rotation happened around that 9:29 early in the morning. So all the trades that are happening here are scalping and or small rotation trades. UNH, okay. Let's see what you're talking about here. You're not going to be trading tomorrow. A couple of stocks eyeballing UNH as one that you need to be looking for. Natural gas through the roof, Brian. NG, well, AMR, I'll take a look in a second, GM. Natural gas, I mean, with Russia, and I mean, as we approach winter, I think natural gas is going to really go off the handle. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Polly. Appreciate it, man. I tried a couple, today and yesterday, and I just couldn't get it to work. Okay. AMR. It's 116. It's having an up day. Are you long? I'm not sure. Are you long or short in that thing? Take it here. That's just retarded. Uh, so here we took it. We're probably flat on that trade or up slightly. It should move. It should move higher. Getting a switch trade right here and a switch trade on the 50 NT Rinko. 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, but I'll take it here. I took it here. It's I don't like the pause here. I mean, because momentum should be picking up very quickly here. No momentum, I know. I mean, that's why I got out of it because that should have just bursted up. Let's see what we got going on here. Also, basically a flat, literally a flat on that trade. Yeah, they have to speed up, but that's back to that personality that we're talking about right now. It's just not. All right, guys, here we go. So that thing here, no momentum, and they're fading it. And we noticed that very quickly. It's like, all right, what's going on here? Why things are not just bursting up, especially at that level. So here it's either gonna work quick or it's not. And we ended up just basically flattening that trade. And we're getting a bit of push. And if we get to 25, the market is disconnecting once again. So this is the third time in a row that the market does this. And you have to kind of keep an eye now at that point. If we get to that 26, 27, that we will hit 14 and then challenge that 12,000, because that's usually they don't do that and then reverse it one more time. The market is telling me that we're just tired here, we're tired here, we're tired here. But once they reverse it, they're not reversing it and really making any major moves. They're just reverse. Like, look at this one right here, reversed it, couple more candles and a collapse. Here reversed it, and market came back in. You did it almost three times. So that tells me that the market is getting tired here. But that doesn't mean I am going to go short. That doesn't mean I am going to just go short anywhere. That means I am on the lookout for a potential short if the market cooperates and end up closing this candle down to 76. 1176. It's quite a distance away, but that's the early signs that the market is actually struggling in this area. So if you have any longs that you're holding on to, it's not a bad idea to trim down some of it here. market's gonna flush here in a second. Is gonna, well, I'm when I say flush, is gonna go to 20, potentially target number three here, which is 15. The way it's behaving, it's getting tired. But ultimately, we need to go see 25 first, and that would lead to our, you know, push lower. Nah. Yeah, you gotta get to that 25. You gotta get to the 25. Yeah, 25 is not happening yet, so nothing to do here. Yeah, I know, Adam. It's just it's a grinder. It's a grinder. But in a way, the good part about a grinding market like this is just it's not gonna do some wacky price action that's just gonna be all over the place. Things are gonna be kind of orderly and measured. You're just not gonna get the momentum that you're accustomed to. You know, this is it's moving from look at it from 12,030 all the way to 70, right? 50 points. How did it do it? Because that's part of learning price action is one rotation, two rotation, three rotation, four rotation, and done. So doing it in four rotations within 50 points, those are a lot of rotations. So that tells me volume is not there, and it's just the personality is as such. So what do I do with this environment? I mean, right now the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, but you don't have the cloud, you don't have the behavior, you don't have the signal. What do I do with that information? I will wait. We were selective early on. We made three decisions, right? We made three decisions and on low volume of contracts. Two contracts, two contracts, two contracts, three decisions. We're up basically at the high of the day at 5:30. I gotta add the commission here again, but that's where we at. So we made a little bit of money, but all right. In the room, how is Gary doing? How is Adam doing? I mean, you're up or down, or just taking it easy, Adam? Up at 1K? Ah, man, take it home and run. Run, don't look back. Good job. That's even more impressive. That's a 3K turnaround. Good job, bud. I know you got it. That's for sure. Gary, Sheila, how are we doing? Yanis, Ron, Umair. Yeah, plus $5 for Gary just to keep up with the Apex account. Just remember for the people who are been in the Apex accounts and going through their funding process, they extended their discounted 80% discount, which is really lucrative, uh, till Sunday, this coming Sunday. So that's a huge discount for you. So if you want to add more accounts, or you're new and you want to get involved in the combine process, you have till Sunday to actually get it done for that discounted price. Now after that, it's going to be a regular price, or the 50% price. I'll leave you with the link just in case. Can When you go into the coupon type, save 80. All right. All right, they're pushing. I mean, at least they're putting a transitional zone right here, and now things are grinding higher. Yeah, Sheila, it's just a grindy day. And ES is lagging NQ. The rest of the indices are lagging NQ. NQ is the strongest out of all of them. The volume today is half of what it normally is. Uh, here we go. Take a look at indices. More pressure coming into gold and retracing it. Let's look at crude oil. Nice bounce. Man, they're just coming at it here. I mean, the shorts can keep control as long as the 108 does not break up. If they break that 108, then things can get a bit dicey for the longs. I mean, for the shorts, excuse me. And we're back up for higher prices. I mean, they put a transitional zone right here and they pushed it. And the push. And the push. So that whole rotation right here, by it failing to push toward the 25, set the stage for a counter for higher prices. So right there, that tells you that the market at the lowest point in which they needed to sell it off, they just could not muster it because that 25 close would have can set the stage down for a retest of the whole number, 12,000, and they just could not do it. And I'm not going to argue with the market. If they did it, then I would have potentially taken a slow one contract scalped uh, as a short. The fact that they didn't, either I'm long or on the sideline. Hey, take care, Yanis. Take care. Hey, good morning, Brad. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. All right, so let's just kind of go over the day. I mean, it's nothing really have changed. That's how the day is unfolding. We're up 5:30 on three decisions, and we're gonna call it a morning. The overall structure in the market started off with a long in and around the open. The market failed to retrace and just continue to go higher. The target is between 100 and 120, which will be target number two is 120, right? Excuse me, target number three. Target number three is 120. Target number two is 938. We're way past it, and target number three is 120. Then target number four and five, and those are outlier events. You're looking at a 660, 12,667 and 13,032. I mean, that would be a huge move in the market, but the odds are we may not end up seeing that, but you never know. So I will look for retracements as a buying opportunity in this rotation. A pullback of one to two candles to 967 can set us up for a one candle reversal to target number three, or the market can just simply continue to churn upward. I rather see a pullback than just me buying and holding at these levels. If I'm going to buy and hold, I need to be as close to the first one candle reversal. That's where most of the big moves do happen. Right when the 200 flips from a short to a long, you will get involved in a swing trade that can take you up to multiple levels. And on the 200 NT Rinko, you're looking at 756 to 940. I mean, let's call it 950. So that's 200 points between those two targets. That's a lot of money. You just need to have the candle in your favor. Now, on a swing trade basis, you saw this captain setup. That captain setup on the 200 NT Rinko is significant. Market came in, ran it up, retested it here, failed to break the captain setup. And it has been nothing but an upward momentum with uh, decisiveness to the upside. All right, so, and let's take a look at a couple of other things here while we at it. Gold, yeah, they're still under pressure. I mean, that rally that they had in early on just got over ran, and the market just put more pressure on it. We're back to close to Globex, and a brick below it will speed up the decline to the next target, which is 1728.3, and then lower target number 4, if you can dream that big, is 1582.6, right? And a lower target below that is 1460.8. I mean, those are big targets right there. Let's take a look at crude oil. Still it's amazing that crude oil is going up and Nasdaq is going up and the indices are going up. Okay, hey, to each their own, right? To each their own. But that's what the market is doing. You would expect sellers coming in anywhere between here and '08 and zero point 0.5. They need to hold on that line in this area. There's a lot of overhead resistance. You got a double top here, and the market pushed. It has an opportunity to establish channel number 2, and it failed it, retested it twice, and failed. So that structure, for all practical reasons, I keep saying that word, but here you go. 1 and 2, you have a channel on the downside. So that is the top end of that channel at 110. So '08 to 010, it has to hold for the shorts. How did we do, Chief? Did you make any money? Did you make good decisions? That's probably a better question, right? And did you have a good time? All right, guys. So if the stream is helping you in any way, just remember, help out the channel by subscribing, commenting, sharing, and post your opinions and thoughts and ideas. We're building a community here, and your help is appreciated, and you're part of that community as well. So that's it for me. It's 11:03. Good day, stable day. Not a big day, but every dollar counts, right? So see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.